She'll be having a celebration of her and her baby for the new year, and we're not doing that. We're having a vigil instead, mourning for her and crying for her, and it's not right.
Mourning a loss while pleading for justice. San Antonio police are still trying to figure out how Savanah Soto and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, ended up dead in a car with gunshot wounds. In the last hour, the medical examiner says both deaths have been ruled as homicides. So far, no arrests made. Did release this new surveillance video showing who they're calling people of interest. Detectives hope the newly released video will lead to the couple's killer. A clue in a callous crime.
Clearly, it was a heinous act.
2 days ago, San Antonio police found pregnant Savanah Soto and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, dead in a car on the northwest side. They're sharing this surveillance video.
We are hoping that someone is able to identify the individuals that are seen in this video.
McManus says this clip was taken not far or long before the gruesome discovery on Danny Kaye.
Detectives right now are combing through days of surveillance video from several different locations that the victims were known to be.
These two people police are calling people of interest. One is in a dark pickup truck with a bed cover, likely a Chevy Silverado. The other is a silver Kia Optima, the same car where police found Savanah and Matthew's body. The medical examiner ruled Savanah's death as a homicide. They say she had a gunshot wound to the head. As for Matthew, they say he had a gunshot wound.
What does that mean?
It means that it was there.
Police are treating this case as a double capital murder and hope someone can help solve it.
You can remain anonymous. You do not have to give your name.
Okay, guys, so today I wanted to talk about this story. And this story was really sad. There's a lot of people that's saying a lot of, just saying a lot of things that I know are really hurtful to the family, but let's read this. It says, cops investigating possible murder of pregnant teen Savanah Soto and her boyfriend. Release video of persons of interest. One is seen driving a pickup truck as another one drove the Kia victims were found dead in. So that's the car that the surveillance, that's the car and the truck that the surveillance camera had caught. And as you can see, these are the two victims. That's Savanah, and that's her boyfriend, Matthew. Savannah's 18, Matthew is 22. Now, a lot of people were speculating that maybe because he was flossing, and he was flossing with his money and everything on his social media, that maybe somebody was looking to possibly rob him or hurt him. And Savanah, yeah, that could be an option there, but sometimes you can't even say that, because, like, let me tell you something. Sometimes people are just evil. Sometimes people are just evil. And you have to be a very evil person to unalive a pregnant woman. I mean, this lady was full term. She was 9 months. She was going to go to the hospital. They were going to induce her because she was overdue. And the father, Matthew, said he knew something was wrong, so he went over there to their place. And when he got in there, he saw a candle burning, and he also saw the bag that Savanah had packed to go to the hospital. And people were getting concerned because she never showed up. So this is the surveillance right here with the two cars, the truck. And they made some kind of exchange. Some big heavyset guy got out of the car, and he goes to the victim's car. Whoever is driving that car, the gray Kia, that's the victim's car. That's Matthew's car. And the person that gets out of the truck, very heavyset, walks over there, and they give him something, like, it looks like a towel or something. maybe something to clean up or something. But um a lot of people say when they try to zoom in a little bit more, it gets more grainy. The video gets grainy, and yeah, like a lot of these apartment complexes, they don't have high definition cameras. They need to get high definition cameras like Walmart has. But a lot of those apartment complexes, they're not gonna get those type of cameras. They're gonna get just a regular old camera that they can see who goes and comes and goes. So here it is right here. It's a little bit closer, but as I told you before, as you get closer and closer, the video gets a little bit more grainy. But that's the guy getting out of his truck. And then you just have that's Matthew right here now. This is they said this is his booking photo from 2022. And they did talk about his background. Yes, he does have a long criminal background. But still, all in all, he didn't deserve this. Nobody deserves to be unalive like this the way he went execution style. It wasn't right. And on top of that, they were saying that his pants were pulled down. And Savanah was in the front, and she had like the baby, what do you call it, like the baby seat in her lap. So yeah, let's just have some type of compassion, guys, because like I said, these people have families, and you guys are putting up stuff that can be very hurtful. Okay, he had a background. Yeah, he wasn't doing the best things, but I'm sure he was trying. I'm sure he was trying to do the best that he could, the best way he knew how. But did he deserve what he got? No, nobody deserves to be taken out like that. So let's have a little bit more respect for people this new year, this 2024. We need to have a little bit more respect for people, especially with their families, because even though you guys might think he was a horrible person because he had a background, he has a family, and his family knows him more than we do. Now, I think this is his mom that posted this. It said, despite the documented history of violence, Guerrero's mother claimed her son was not abusive. If anyone knows my son, Matthew Guerra, he and his pregnant girlfriend are missing. I know my son, he wouldn't do anything to hurt her. She is due to have a baby. Her things were left behind and she packed for hospital, including her purse. The neighbors said they heard Savanah screaming for help, and the next morning they saw them get into Cadillac. My son's phone says the caller is unavailable and their car is not at their apartment. As a mother, I know my son and his girlfriend were taken against their will because my son does what he does for money. He is not an abusive boyfriend. He's envying those who hate on others who don't need anyone. That has something to do with my son and his girlfriend missing. Please help. If anyone knows anything, let me and his brother know. Thank you. So it probably was some little hateration going on. So that's Savannah right there. There they are again. Yeah, I think they had another death in their family, and in the court they had got in a scuffle. It says Victor Rivas, 18, was on trial for the murder of Savanah Soto, 15, on Friday when the Soto family launched an attack. The shooter reportedly lured his victim from his home in May 2022 after Ethan stole THC cartridge from him. And you gonna do that? Like, come on, he's a kid. So it says she and her boyfriend Matthew, 22, were found unalived in his car in San Antonio. I mean, y'all gotta excuse me. I'm just waking up. I'm like real still dragging. So Texas investigators have released chilling footage of persons of interest in the shooting deaths of pregnant teenager Savanah Soto, 18, and her boyfriend Matthew Guerra, 22. The couple were found unalived in his car with bullet wounds to their heads on Tuesday, with Soto last seen at her apartment on Saturday when she was supposed to be induced into labor. Cops have released eerie footage from an area near to where the slain couple were found, showing one person driving a dark pickup truck and another driving a silver Kia Optima belonging to Guerra. Now they said San Antonio Police Chief William um, McManus added that investigators do not currently believe that the tragedy was a murder-suicide, as was intentionally speculated. Okay, that's Savannah right there. They said their bodies sat in the car for 3 or 4 days until they were discovered, police said. So this unborn baby did not survive. So they was laying in that car for almost 3 to 4 days. McManus said the scene was complex and very perplexing, and the case is being investigated as a possible murder. The police chief released the latest footage at a press conference on Thursday afternoon and said it shows two people that are currently being sought by law enforcement in connection to the eerie deaths. One of the persons of interest can be seen getting out of the dark pickup truck, which had a bed cover, and approaching the driver's side of Guerrero's Kia Optima. A second person then quickly follows and leaves the driver's seat of the Kia when McManus said was definitely not Guerrero. The chief declined to confirm whether Soto and Guerra were already unalive when the video was taken, but added clearly it was a heinous act. Early on Thursday, before the footage was released, an autopsy officially ruled Soto's death to be a homicide. She died from a gunshot wound to the head, while Guerrero died from a contact gunshot wound to the head, meaning the gun muzzle was pressed directly against his head when it was fired. So you can tell that most of the anger was towards him. This is crazy. In an attempt to piece together the shooting, Manus said investigators are poring over surveillance videos from the area and are also looking into the couple's internet and phone activity on the night of the possible unalive. Yeah, they definitely need to do that to see like who were they speaking to, who were they contacting, who were they talking to before this happened. Now it said anyone with information is encouraged to call SAPD homicide at 210 207 7674 or 210-207-7440. You can remain anonymous when providing any information on the case. And you know they're going to have to remain anonymous. Like, nobody's going to give up their ID anymore. Now it says Guerrero's Kia Optima was found in a car parked on Danny K Drive in San Antonio after a witness messaged Soto's sister-in-law, Joni, on Facebook. Joni saw Soto in the front passenger seat and Guerrera in the back. She glanced at Soto's face and didn't want to see anymore. Soto took out a restraining order against Guerrero a year later after he beat her on Christmas Day 2022 and was charged with assault. You are prohibited from intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly communicating with Savanah Soto, whether by telephone, in writing, or in person in a harmful or injurious manner, court records stated. The documents did not provide details on the 2022 assault. Now it said Guerrero violated his parole for the domestic violence charge and was back in court in June charged with 3 new felonies: evading arrest, unlawfully having a firearm, and reckless driving. The defendant describes being in the pre-contemplation stage and wants to continue to engage in criminal activity, the legal papers stated. contemplation stage. He also failed to seek lawful employment or attend battery counseling classes after the teen girl's disappearance. A neighbor of Soto and Guerra claimed they witnessed the boyfriend arguing and beating her almost every day. I witnessed him beating her and kick her downstairs while she was unconscious, the unnamed person said, adding that he kicked her body and face and she needed stitches. Despite the documented history of violence, his mother claimed her son was not abusive. So Matthew's mom said that he was not abusive, even though of these claims. We already read that. Now, his mom did not elaborate on what he actually does for money, but if you look on his social media, it's pretty obvious what, he does, where some of his money comes from, what he does. So those family sisters that insisted she wouldn't have run away, as they made a Christmas Day appeal for help to find her. I don't know where she's at or where she could be at, because this is not like her. Her mother, Gloria, told reporters she was so excited to have this baby. The house is already baby ready. She was so excited. She was going to be a mommy. It's all she's talking about since she got pregnant. That was her life. She was so ready to be a mom. I think she was meant to be a mom. So guys, this family has been through a lot of heartbreaks, and this was just a very sad and unfortunate story that these people had to lose their lives, especially the baby. So let's just send our prayers to this family and hoping that we can get justice and find the suspects who did this. Please like and subscribe my channel.